Good morning, everyone. Welcome to How to Serve Wine with Jeremy. Hope you like my attire. Definitely not putting that in. Alrighty, first up, what you'll do is obviously take your order from your guest. Sir, would you like white wine or red wine today? Great choice. Glad he chose red wine because that is the display bottle today that we have that we're going to be using to demonstrate how to pour wine and how to do wine service today. Obviously, you do get your white wines and your red wines. There's other fancier wines, bubblies, but predominantly with these wines is the white wine style of glass and the red wine style of glass. Be sure to bring the correct glassware to the guest. For today's, obviously, we're doing red wine, so this is a red wine glass, but be sure to bring a white wine glass if they want to drink some white wine. Also, be sure that the bottle has the correct serving temperature. For your red wines, we range between 16 to 18 degrees Celsius. For your white wines here, nice and fresh and frosty, 8 to 12 degrees Celsius. Bringing the wine to the table. Now that your guest has ordered red wine, be sure to bring it in a basket. If they ordered white wine, bring an ice bucket and then place it next to the guest or the host who has ordered the wine. That is the most important person at the moment for this wine process. Once you arrive at the table with your bottle of wine for your guest, be sure to display the bottle to them so that they can make sure that this is the bottle that they've ordered. Hold the bottom half of the bottle in your left hand, place the right hand on the top of the neck and just display the bottle so that they may make sure it is the correct bottle of wine. Once satisfied, we need to move to opening the bottle of wine. This guy over here, one of the most important tools you'll ever have as a waiter. It is your waiter's friend, beautiful for opening bottles of wine. Now, starting off opening a bottle of wine here, you're going to need to cut the foil off. As you can see, there's foil around the bottle over here. Be sure, when cutting the foil off, to start beneath the bulge in the bottle here, because you don't want the foil to be up at the top here and to contaminate with some of the wine, because that will obviously lead to some spoilages. So be sure to grip the bottle tightly with your left hand, angle the knife upwards underneath the bulge, and twist. Cutting the foil off nice and evenly. You want to make sure it's presentable and beautiful for your guests to enjoy. Move to the display bottle because then we'll actually cut them off. Make sure that it comes off nice and evenly. You can see there, pulls off nice and easily. Now you've got the full head here displayed. Next up, put your knife away because that's a bit dangerous. You're going to pop out the corkscrew. Be sure to go in the middle of the cork, press in and twist the corkscrew. Twisting the corkscrew all the way into the cork. Now with these ones are great. You start off at the first notch over here, grip the bottle and the opener tightly together and lift up. Once you reach the top of that point, go to the next notch and then lift up again until the bottle is opened. But don't do what I just did there. That is a big no-no in wine. You don't want to make that big pop sound. I know it's a lot of fun, but what we actually need to do in the wine industry is once you get to the top, over about here, you want to almost roll the cork out nice and evenly, nice and easily, just so that we have a little gas release there, not spoiling the wine or alerting everyone in the restaurant that you're actually drinking some wine here. Cool. Alrighty, now it is time to pour for your guests. Be sure to hold the bottle just at the bottom, label facing the guest, so that they can observe the label as you pour it. And be sure not to drip on the label. That is one of the most important parts of this pouring process. So when pouring, stand to the right of your guest, pour a tot in, just so that they may taste. Once you've finished your pour, twist away. So the drips, if any drips do occur, it's going to run down the back of the label, not destroying the front label. Lift, and you are more than welcome to dab any drops off. We don't want anyone lining up with any wine on their pants. Once the host has confirmed to you that the bottle of wine is indeed alright and not corked or spoiled in any way, you move on to pouring for the rest of the guests. Of course, always from the right of the guests, starting with ladies, moving preferably from oldest to youngest, and then moving on to the gentlemen afterwards. Be sure when pouring wine for the rest of the guests at the table to take note of how many people there are at the table and to evenly allocate wine to everyone. You don't want some people lining up with a full glass and certain people with only a tasting. What else? Keep in mind, a bottle generally has about 4 glasses to it, but if there are more people at the table, obviously allocate it accordingly. And once you've poured for everyone now, place the bottle back in front of the guest or the host who ordered the wine, the label obviously facing him, thank them for drinking the wine, and bugger off.